When they brought horses and came, they decided that they were going to migrate to Kulukpeni, where they are today. They pleaded that Nada should go and settle there so that they could be crossing people who were trading in this area. So the Otinda, they settled on him because he was already there. He was a great hunter. So he was there. The strangers who were on their land were having a different custom with them. They started to migrate and join Nada at Kulukpeni and asked, what's Kulukpeni? The name Kulukpeni is a typical name for Konkomba, and that shows the reason why our people claim that they own that area.
So I will come back to I will come back to the historical antecedents of how come Konkombas are located here. So tell us the meaning of Kulukpeni.
Yeah, the Kulukpeni, they are two words juxtaposed to form the name of the river. It is that stretch of river called River Dakar. And Nkpeni means river. Nkulokpeni. But then there are these animals, antelopes. They are some particular brand called Okule. So typically they usually come there to drink. So our people name these animals after the river. Nkulokpeni. That is the meaning of the name. Nkulokpeni.
Okay, thank you very much for giving us these historical antecedents. You are still watching Pram City TV. I want to encourage you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are in Saboba, the capital of Kupapang, or the Konkomba people, and you are watching Pram City TV. If you have not subscribed to it, then you are a bit late, and then hit the like button if you like this, because this is revealing, this is bringing out a lot. Mr. President, so the historical records that Konkombas feared the horses. That was what led to their invasion in the north. Is factually inaccurate.
It's not true. You know, the first person who brought the story, you know, the historians take records from people. You have never seen, look, it was David Tate who wrote something about Konkombas running away and giving out yen to the Dagombas. Cliff Masoro also came to talk about that. But it was during the time of Ratri and others who recorded the history. So they took it from them. And Konkombas, no, it is not true. You know, even as 1911, when we have the encounter with the German, the Konkombas had a bitter encounter with the German. And the Kotokoli and the Chakosis formed an ally, military ally, to fight the Konkombas. And actually it was the Chakosis who betrayed the Konkombas to the German. When we had our first encounter with them, they were using the war tactics, cutting the left finger of the Konkombas. And you know, we use bow and arrow. And when you thrust your bow and arrow, it gets that use your left foot to back yourself before you thrust the arrow. So when they disclosed to the German that if you want to defeat Konkombas, you cut their left finger.
The thumb.
The thumb. So what happened was that the German arrested some Konkombas and sent them to Mango and gave them an arrow to shoot, which they shot perfectly. So they cut their thumb, and then when it was still, they could not do that. So the German now started cutting the left thumb of Konkombas so that they will render them incapable of thrusting their arrows. Actually, it's inaccurate. Konkomba never fear horses, and they never ran and left Yindi. That is what I'm telling you, that they had even left. The Dongomba actually came with horses, and they came because they were attacked by the Gonjes. And another, sequence, they could not do anything. Somebody would have asked this intelligent question. If they came to fight Konkombas and they were chased by the Gonjas, how then they were able to defeat Konkombas with their children and wives? Where did they keep their wives and children before they fought Konkombas? What is the name of that war and which year? No historian has been able to provide anything of that sort. So any historian who will provide the date, the name of the war, and any other thing, you realize that it will be true. But there's nothing like that.